Hey everyone, it's Steven from Starcom Movie News and Reviews. And today we're going to be reviewing Death Note. It's on Netflix right now. And I'm joined by my buddy Chris. Chris, you going to say hi? Chris. Chris, what's wrong, man?
It was so bad. It was so bad.
All right, well, this should be fun. We're going to play the trailer for the movie first, and then we'll get into it.
All the people that make life miserable, make life dangerous. What if we can change things? The human whose name is written in this note shall die.
Shall we begin?
You're a death god.
Yes.
What exactly can I do with this death note?
Put your name down and see what happens.
It's not gonna solve a few crimes. It's gonna solve all crime. Do you think that I'm crazy?
I think you're not crazy enough. We could change the world.
The killer has taken credit for over 400 deaths. Although we do not know how he kills his victims, we do know he's not some omnipotent force. He's a person, like you or me.
You're the one who flew into the sun. I'm just here to make sure you burn.
We're not the good guys anymore.
Hope you know what you're doing.
I promise you, you will not survive.
What they want is a god. So let's give it to them.
Hey everybody, Chris here, back from my moment of just terrible,
Are you okay?
absolute depression.
Are you
No,
okay?
Steven, I'm not. That was...
All right, well, let's get into this. So, we reviewed Death Note. It's on Netflix right now. We decided not to go to a theater and see a movie there, considering this has been the lowest box office weekend in 16 years.
16 years?
16 years. So that's why we decided to just venture onto Netflix, and we saw this Death Note movie had just come out. Chris, you would know you know the manga and the anime version of it, right?
I know the anime more than the manga. That was kind of 37 episodes. Great. I mean, it was the way they translated it on the anime, fantastic. I didn't really get into the manga too much. I feel like there's a lot of things that I'm not interested in when it comes to the manga. The anime, though, great. It was just dark enough, just enough humor, great combination. The movie, however...
All right, we'll get there.
Okay.
So the movie is directed by Adam Wingard. He also did the recent Blair Witch movie, along with the movie called The Guest.
He did the ABCs of Death as well, which actually was pretty good. He's well known for his horror. I can appreciate the ABCs of Death. I've seen that. It was really well done. Right, Steven, go ahead.
Okay.
I can't.
It's starring Nate Wolff. He plays Light, the main character in this. He's the one who finds the Death Note. You also have a private detective. Is that what he is? Private
Is he?
detective?
I thought he was an autistic kid that some Japanese guy picked up.
Okay.
No? Okay.
Well, that's played by Lakeith Stanfield. He plays L. That's the character in question.
Yeah.
And then you have Ryuk, who I think we can agree
Was the star.
we both really liked. That is
he-
played by the amazingly weird Willem Dafoe.
Amazingly weird, but amazingly talented.
Oh yeah,
Willem
totally.
Dafoe,
Totally.
who just voiced it amazingly, and I feel like they did him an injustice by not showing his character as much, which is interesting because he just voiced the character. He didn't wear the actual suit. He wasn't actually there for it. But the voice character part of it, of Ryuk, was amazing.
And I totally agree. So, given that, if you can describe this movie, how would you describe it? Without giving up any spoilers, we're going to try to do this completely 100% spoiler-free. We're going to give you an opportunity to check it out yourself, get your own opinion on it. We're going to try to do this spoiler-free, so we're going to do our best. If a small spoiler leaks out, it's going to happen. But we're not going to give any main points away to this movie.
No, of course not. Of course not.
So, describe it, Chris.
Well, I had one really big word written down for what I thought mainly, and it's right there.
Okay.
As you can see.
Okay.
So, I mean, you know what, and that's me. That's my personal point of view on this whole thing.
Cheers.
I just need you to understand that as somebody who's watched the anime and who is actually really into it.
What's the main story plots to this? Like, what's the plot of this movie?
Okay, so the plot of the movie is that Light is the finder of a, how do I put it, a demon-written book that grants him the power over a demon who can basically kill people. So he's basically a god of death, essentially. Yeah. And so Light can actually control this and puts himself in this godlike position and says, you know what, I can do the world a lot of good.
Yeah, and as plots to movies go, I actually thought that this could have been a really, really good movie. Like this, like the plot. I mean, you have to know. I mean, he finds this book, and he can write a person's name in, picture his face, his or her face, and then writes down how they die. I mean,
right. He has to know. He has to be able to see their face in his head, and know their name while he's writing it, and then he can go into a very descriptive. Up to 2 days. He can control their destiny up to 2 days before they die and do it in the most elaborate way possible, which I feel like there needed to be more of.
My biggest thing about how this movie started was he gets this notebook, the Death Note. He gets it, and then he meets Ryuk, who I thought looked great. Ryuk, and of course the voice was great.
Oh, and it looked amazing. I mean, what they did with Ryuk as the demon himself, amazing.
Yeah. And when it comes time for his first kill in this book, it is like there's no real double take. He's just, here's a pen, right? Like,
right, literally,
I mean,
he literally. Here, take this.
Take this pen.
You know what you need to do.
You know what you need to do. This kid, he gets bullied, and that's really the basis for his first kill, is he gets bullied. And then we're not giving that away. It's really in the trailer. So.
And anybody who's seen the anime will know the storyline very well. So we're really not giving too much away here.
So, I've been hit before, but I've never wanted to have that person die afterwards.
In an extremely terrible, horrible way.
If you see this movie, you'll see how the bully dies, and
good God,
it is. I mean, the death scenes in this movie, I think, are one of the highlights.
Oh, absolutely. I think that the intensity of the deaths
they did it
are
very well.
Amazing.
Did it very well.
Also, not enough screen time. Not enough screen time for the deaths, I think. They were very. It was straight to the point.
Super fast.
And I feel like they could have done more with that. I feel like there was something left to be desired when it came to that.
Okay, so let's get into your absolute favorite part of this movie. What you think not makes it a good movie, but increased your enjoyment of the movie. And then I'll give mine.
Okay.
And then we'll go into our least favorite part. We'll go back and forth with that.
Okay. I would have to say Willem Dafoe voicing Ryuk was absolutely amazing. I think he did an amazing job. He's just got that demeanor about him that really sets the pace for this character. I think as far as a demon goes, I don't know why Willem Dafoe hasn't played a demon more often. I mean, let's be honest. He's got the creep factor. He really does. The way his voice sets off, I mean, he did a great job as the Goblin. An amazing job as the Green Goblin. I mean, he totally blasted out of the park. And I think a lot of people will hopefully come with me on this one. The voice of Willem Dafoe in that character in Spider-Man really set it off.
Oh yeah.
Maybe people don't realize that, but the voice was something that just really kicked it into gear. My second favorite, all-time favorite thing of this movie. These are the only two things that really kept it together for me.
I didn't catch this one. He caught it on his own.
But I watched
I will
Tested.
agree. I will agree.
I love Adam Savage. He has this massive obsession with a Blade Runner hero gun that he's been trying to collect, and he's got several different versions of this. There is an actual modified Blade Runner hero prop gun in this that was taken up by L's keeper, whose name was I keep wanting to say Walter, but it wasn't Walter because it was more Japanese than that.
Keep going.
He's got this. But anyways, my favorite part, actually the thing that really kept me going on this was how they modified the Blade Runner gun on this. You know, it was an original hero prop gun, it seemed like. It was Watari. So Watari, who was the keeper of L, so to speak, he's sort of like his butler / apprentice, that keeps him.
It's like a keeper.
His handler.
It was his handler.
It was
his handler.
It was though.
Yeah.
Because he was kind of on the spectrum, I feel
he's
like.
a secret scroll private investigator.
It was interesting. But the way that they took something so amazing to me, like the Blade Runner hero prop, and they turned it into their own thing for Watari, I thought that was amazing. To me, that was a flashback of Blade Runner. And I know there was a couple of different versions of that one, but to me, that really struck home to me. So Willem Dafoe and the Blade Runner hero prop gun. Those were my two favorite things.
Okay. I didn't catch this gun part. Mine's going to be a lot shorter, and it's really going to copy what he said. I mean, he's got a way more experience with this property than I do. But, I mean, it's Willem Dafoe. I mean...
Right?
Hands down. Like, that was the best part of this movie.
Ryuk
was
the
Willem
demon
Dafoe
was the best part.
As Ryuk.
Willem Dafoe.
Yeah. Totally.
The voice, once you hear that voice, it just takes
the
you
laugh.
there.
The laugh.
The laugh.
The laugh
was intense.
This demon is extremely creepy. He comes in at these great moments and just sticks the knife into this kid whenever he thinks he messes up.
Right.
But yeah, he needed way more screen time. It would have made this movie even that much better.
They did him injustice by not having.
True.
And you know what though? It's a Netflix original, so we have to give them an understanding as far as what they can afford to put into the movie. So I mean, Willem Dafoe, as much as people like to shortcut him, he is an amazing actor, and the roles that he played, I mean, in Boondock Saints. I mean, he's just.
I forgot he was in that.
My God, he's such. Really?
Yeah, I forgot he was in that.
He's so good.
No, yeah.
So I mean, I can understand where it would be hard to afford to have him in there, especially because this is like right up his avenue.
Yeah.
I feel this is right up his avenue.
Yeah.
Like he should do this more often.
Absolutely, and so.
I wonder, has he ever actually done more voiceover stuff? I need to look this up because I'm not sure. Please comment. Please suggest if you've ever seen anything that Willem Dafoe has voiced over. Please let us know because I would love to watch something that he's voiced over like
recently.
That. Yeah. Recently, even in the past.
Yeah.
Because his voice hasn't changed much.
No,
he's still a creepy.
He's the
son
same
of a
creeper
bitch.
he's always.
He's still a creepy son of a bitch.
Okay, so let's go into your least favorite part of this movie.
Wow.
And let's limit this because.
I mean, look at that.
I don't know. Let's. We got
least favorite part.
So yeah, let's go with your very least favorite part, and then we'll do some nitpicky
Can I go over some comparisons to the manga and the anime? Can I
Absolutely.
go into that? Because that's honestly easier than what my least favorite part
Absolutely.
of the movie was. Because I mean, holy shit! I don't think I have enough rum in this drink to go over that.
Oh man.
Okay, I will go over that. Okay, the key plots were still in the movie. I think they covered such a general portion of the anime. Like, it was literally like the most main key parts of the anime is what they shoved in this movie.
Yeah.
And it was so fast-tracked.
Oh.
To me, it was fast-tracked.
Well-
Please, don't listen to what I'm saying and go, you know what?
right.
I'm gonna take what Chris is saying and I'm gonna go into this completely into what he's
You're
saying.
gonna hear it in mine too.
Don't.
You're gonna hear it in mine too.
Please make up your own opinion on this. I think they did a great job with Ryuk. Like we just stated before, they should have gone more into that character because he wasn't just some standoff thing. You know what I mean? Light didn't get a lot of time without Ryuk because without Ryuk, really Death Note didn't really exist.
Right.
You know, I think Light was, in my opinion, he was not intelligent enough. I think they didn't portray him as this intelligent child, and L is super intelligent, and
Super
so
intelligent. Yeah.
if there's no banter between the two of them, there's really limited.
Yeah.
I
I
think-
think the one scene they have really together, where Elle kind of starts calling him out on stuff, it was like
It was
there
all
was
L.
no.
It was L and no Light.
Yeah.
It was like L took the light from Light. Like
Yeah.
L was like all about it.
Oh yeah, he was completely just. He has one scene where he goes off, and then that's,
Right?
That's really it. But
Mhm.
Elle pretty much just annihilates him in every conversation they have.
Exactly. As far as that goes, I mean, that's pretty much that's what I could muster out of the comparisons
Okay.
because it wasn't much to go on. I think it was, and I could be wrong, but the directors might have been going for their very own original idea when it comes to Death Note.
Yeah.
It was a very Americanized way of thinking with that,
Yeah.
as far as I'm concerned.
Oh,
But
I
that's just my
totally
thoughts.
agree.
Please, like I said before, come up with your own ideas. This is just how I feel about what's going on right now. All right, next.
Okay, so my least favorite part of this movie is the freaking pacing. Oh my god, like it is so fast. Like this movie could have definitely benefited, I think, from being like a 3-4 part miniseries, hour and a
Totally
half,
agree.
hour 20 minutes an episode. Even keep it on Netflix, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
But my god, they had so much stuff that they just crammed into, was it 140 minutes?
I was gonna say like about an hour and 40
An
minutes.
hour and a half, hour 40 minutes. They just crammed everything in there. And I think that it really hurt with, screen time with Ryuk and Light and his girlfriend, man.
The love interest.
Oh my god, Mia.
You know what? That was gonna be my next point.
Mia.
The love interest.
Yeah, she's
I
played,
even
she's played
put-
by Margaret Qualley.
Which, you know what?
Quality?
Don't get me wrong. I mean, yeah, I'm guessing this is probably one of the first things she's done. She might have done maybe a couple of other things that I definitely have not been
Me neither.
privy
I don't know.
to.
But yeah,
originally.
Mia, this love interest, she is a psychopath. For starters.
which
She really is.
in and of
She really
itself
is.
isn't terrible.
No, it's really not.
But continue.
But for the beginning of this story, basically, he's just they start talking. She was there when he got bullied, and she talks to him after the bully gets killed, and he's like, "Do you want to hear about the Death Note?" And like instantly, just tells her
it was too fast.
everything.
Yeah, it was really
in a
quick.
matter. This is a matter of 20 minutes maybe into the movie.
Well, because
25?
and that's what I meant by the
He's already told
Americanizing.
somebody about this.
It was so Americanized because the Japanese they're so, you know what, this guy can create his own god complex. He doesn't need a love interest to create that.
Oh, and she's completely down with it.
Oh yeah,
It's like, oh,
she's fucked.
you got a book that can kill people? Whoa, let's get some names.
I've got 30,000 names right
Yeah.
now that we should totally fuck off.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Yeah. Oh.
God.
I mean, there is some story plots later in the movie that actually makes her character a little bit better, I thought, towards the end. I did not like her at the beginning of this. At the end, near the end, I think her character made a little bit more sense for the story,
Okay.
but it's pretty weak. It's a weak justification for this character.
Yeah.
I really think they could have done without her.
They didn't need the love interest. I think they added that in because they know they were pandering to an American audience, and so they were trying to pull more people into it. So, I mean, okay, let's say you're sitting down watching this with your wife.
Yeah.
Would your wife be more interested in it if she wasn't in this? If there was no love interest, would she have been more into this?
I don't know.
I would go with no.
If it's at,
I think
if
they
it's
were
at
pulling.
the-
I think they were
No,
pulling.
I totally agree. It was really it really hurt the movie, I think.
I think so.
I think it hurt the movie.
I agree.
Um,
I 100% agree with that.
so, out of 10, what do you rate this movie? Out of 10.
Out of 10.
Out of 10.
God, is there enough time in the rest of our day?
Chris, your score, final score.
Three.
3.
A solid 3 out of 10.
Solid
I'm even
3.
going to write it out
Ooh.
of 10.
3.
Yeah, I showed
I'm
you
going 2.5 out of 10. And please, on our page, go on there. Tell us what you think right down in the description below.
We'd love to hear from you.
Leave some comments. Hit the like button. Subscribe. Share. Please. It's how we get out there more. And we would love to take your advice. I think our next movie
Is going to be it.
is going to be It.
God, I hope so.
It. Like, we are going to see it. There's nothing that's going to stop us from seeing it. So that'll probably be our next review. We might make a couple more videos in between then. It's a good week before I think that comes out. Comes out September 7th or 8th.
I think we're going to try to do Netflix.
Yeah,
I mean,
we're gonna.
we like all
Netflix
of
is
these
putting
originals.
out some
Some
pretty
good
decent
originals.
movies. This could have been a decent movie. It had the budget, it had everything to make it good. But
I think Netflix had enough money to put
Oh.
more Willem Dafoe.
Yes.
Netflix, if you're listening, you had enough money. I think you shorted yourself.
Yeah.
I am disappointed, and now I'm going to go get rum drunk
So
because
Chris,
you disappointed me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you for clicking on this video. Like
Thank
I
all
said,
of you.
hit that like button, subscribe, share. Please share this. And we'll see you next time. Stay beautiful.